Hi. How's the lighting on this one? I feel like the lighting today could be better, but I'm gonna use a filter anyway, but it seems a little bit darker than the one before, and I don't know why. I think I have everything on. But okay. So how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I talk about everything having to do with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. And today, I have got a few videos for you. I think I want to combine number one and number eight together. No, number one and number five. So, um, I've heard that Prince Harry will or is in talks to he's in talks with He's in talks with. What's wrong with me? What am I talking about? I've heard that Prince Harry potentially will be a coronation commentator for a major network if he doesn't attend as a family member. What do I think about that? Um, what do I think about that? Um, I think it would be very, very interesting, actually. I mean, certainly I'm sure, and I know that he would not be disrespectful to his father or his family in a situation like this. But I think that it would be a ratings bonanza for the network, right? Um, do I think he should do it, even if it would be a ratings bonanza? Look, I mean, Harry is a businessman, and I mean, if his father or the British monarchy or even the British state were to put him on, a retainer, or like, if they're going to bankroll his lifestyle in Montecito or wherever he chooses to live with his family, if they're going to pay for his security, if they're going to pay for his light bills and his heating costs, which I'm sure are astronomical, if they're going to pay for his travel expenses, I mean, if they're going to allow him to have the sort of hybrid role that he asked for when he respectfully exited the family 3 years ago, then maybe my position would change. But I think, given what the realities are, I mean, he's not being bankrolled, to my knowledge and understanding, by his family. He doesn't have an allowance as a member of the royal family, as a sort of senior royal like William and Kate. They don't need jobs because everything is paid for them, through various duchies and whatever. I mean, billions and billions and billions of dollars. You have no idea how much money these people have. It's even more than I thought, because Prince Charles just pledged, 1.6 billion per year in revenues, to my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. From his wind farms or something, per year. So if it's per year, I mean, obviously I must have misunderstood, because if you have enough income and revenues that you can pledge 1.6 billion annually to somebody else, I mean, how much money do you have? What's the principle, right? Um, so if Prince Charles is going to bankroll Harry's lifestyle in full, right, without conditions, then I would say, then yeah, don't do this thing with the major network. I mean, don't do anything that would in any way be frowned upon by the royal family and their gatekeepers. But if he's not being bankrolled by his father or by the government, then he needs a job, right? He needs work, he needs income, he needs revenues. This is a reality. He has heating costs, he has fire insurance and flood insurance that I'm sure are astronomical. He has security costs. He has a very, very expensive lifestyle, and it has to be paid for. He has to save for the future. He doesn't know what the future holds. I mean, he and Megan, they think they're Santa Claus. They think they're Santa Claus. I mean, you listen to them, it's 1.5 million here, 500,000 there, 3 million there. I mean, you just want to sit them down and say, wait a second. I mean, not even Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and Tyler Perry and Oprah are giving away money the way you're giving away money, and you need to really be careful. I mean, I understand that a lot of money is rolling in, right? But it can roll right back out. Plus, you have taxes, right? You better get a good accountant, the two of you, okay? So, I think that they give away a lot of money, and maybe a little much too fast, and they don't have an impenetrable amount of wealth. Michael Jackson at one point, when he was alive, I mean, he thought he was impenetrably wealthy. No, right? And so they have to be generous, but I think sometimes I worry that they're too generous, but I digress. What was the topic? The topic is, I don't have a clue. The topic is, oh, so Harry potentially taking this gig with a major network. I'm all for it, right? I'm all for it, especially because I know that he will not be disrespectful to his family at a time like this. And it would be so interesting. People would love it. People would love it. I mean, the ratings will just blow up, just explode the whole thing, okay? Because everybody, will want to listen to this particular broadcast, and I'm sure they will compensate him handsomely, right? Because he's not going to accept a deal that is anything but handsome to match his handsome face, okay? And so yeah, I'm all for it, and especially if they better get good money managers, and even with good money managers, these money managers could run you right into the ground, you guys. So you really have to be careful, right? You have to be careful with, you have to save for a rainy day, right? Because you don't know what the future holds. Listen to me like a little grandmother over here, right? Save for a rainy day, you guys. Your philanthropy is amazing, and it's nice, and you should give, absolutely. But it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's very rapid, and you need to be careful, I think, right? You need to have some really good financial advisors who know what they're talking about, and who are reputable, and who are not going to lead you astray and take all your money, because you need to end up with money. I mean, life is long if you're lucky, right? Life is long, right? And you're 40 and 38. I mean, if you live another, till you're 90, I mean, that's like 60 years, right? So you need to really take care of your money, put it in good investments, solid investments that are going to stand a test of time, right? Diversify your portfolio, please. Give, yes, but like, I mean, your philanthropy is like amazing. I mean, look at what Prince Charles just did. He's never done anything like that. So I think you have inspired even him, right? But you want to be careful. So what am I talking about again? I'm talking about this gig. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think if you can get it, take it, right? And maybe it could turn into something semi regular. Like he could do a little special, whether it's for CBS, CNN, NBC, whatever, like 4 specials a year. That's income, right? And then he goes and he does different things, and you build your portfolio. You build your $1 billion portfolio. A part of that is philanthropy, but you're going to have. I'm talking to them like they're my kids. You're going to have good advisors. I'm not a financial advisor. If you knew what my finances look like right now, you'd send me money, right? But I'm just saying. I mean, take care of your money, and whatever way that you can make money that is honorable and decent, and that is interesting to you, go for it. And don't apologize, and don't explain yourself to these people. They would like to see you pauperized, right? Literally on the streets, begging for your next meal. They don't really care. They just want to. They're criticizing because they just don't want you to get ahead. You go ahead, the two of you, take the gigs if you can get them. And Megan should not go. So if Harry decides to be a commentator, fine. And then go off to. I need you guys to go off to holiday. You need to go off on holiday. Like I'm in France, so it's all about holiday. Okay, very important to take your holidays. Very, very important. Um, so the other thing I wanted to say here is that even though I don't want Meghan and Harry to go to the coronation, it's going to be very boring without them. Which, in a way, is kind of like sweet revenge. You know what I mean? They're all, oh, don't come. Nobody wants you here. Da, 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 da. And then you don't go, and it's so dull and boring. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. That with you there, it's so much more interesting. It's more clicks. Everybody wants to see what Megan is wearing, how she and Kate are looking next to each other. Oh, God. It would be so cute. You know, if they were friendly together and the children, and they're talking about, oh, Megan and Harry won't be on the balcony, then fuck the whole thing. Fuck the whole thing. Fuck the whole thing. Did I say fuck? I said fuck, okay? They're not, you can't go on the balcony. They're going to make that a thing so that from between January and May, it's you're not on the balcony, the sadistic pleasure they get out of that. Excuse me, don't go to the coronation. What's the topic? The topic is Harry. Yes, take the gig, Harry, my blood pressure cannot handle this anymore. Take the gig and don't go, because if it's going to be all of that, oh, you're not on balcony, what are you going there to do? For what? For what? You see, now I'm screaming. You see how all my, I don't have Botox because once I get going, you see all my facial muscles just come to the center. Look, I think the best thing is don't go to the coronation. And if Harry wants to accept this gig with NBC, CBS, or whatever, okay, go for it. Take the money and invest it and save it, okay? And then you go off on holiday in a beautiful island. Now, if they're going to respect you and they're going to issue a public apology or denouncement of what that guy said, etc., and just everything, just address it in a way that brings you in family unity, and you want to go after that, I'm all for that, right? That's the best case. That is the best case scenario where they do this public thing. Oh my God, I just dribbled. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, I'm not wearing pants, I can't move. Okay, so did you see? Well, anyway, so best case scenario, right, is that they make this public apology and they say family unity, and William and Harry together make this joint statement, and then Camilla and Charles make another statement about the family and recent things being said and how horrified they are, and then they're all on the balcony. They're all on the balcony with Meghan and Harry there with their father and Harry's brother and his wife and their children and Archie and Lilibet. Okay, I'm all for that, right? I'm all for that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Anything less than that, don't go. Harry, you take the gig, right? If you can monetize it, you monetize it. You take the gig. How much is this? 14 minutes. I have to stop. You take the gig, and then you go off on holiday with your wife and your children, and that's it. See you in the next one. Take care.